and it certainly isn't. The match we just saw isn't the last word for Highland, because we have got their Apex squad right here, who finished second place overall in the tournament. Will be taking home some hardware for their school. Great to have you three with us. Let's just start by introducing yourselves, just your gamer tags, and how'd you got on the Apex team?
Okay, so my name was Dryer on the Apex team because I kept switching my name all season, and I was like, you know what, I gotta stick with one. So I finally stuck to one. So my name was Dryer. I was the one that kind of got the Apex team started because I was I've been really into the game since 2019. So I was really wanting that Apex team to get started up.
Mine is E-Man Strong, but I mainly go by E-Man. I joined probably my sophomore year, and I just was walking down one day, and I'm like, oh, I should probably join, and that was 2 weeks before state.
Mine is Ticecraft, and I also joined around the same time he did, except I joined the day of state last year. So that's my story.
All right, tell us a little bit about what it was like in the arena, obviously cheering on for your teammates, Highland, up there on stage. One of you actually was up there on stage, standing behind them as the coach, and even though you weren't playing, tell us about how that was, because I understand it was pretty nerve-wracking being up there just with all the spectacle of it.
Yeah, so it was pretty nerve-wracking. It was quite scary, but I got it under control. I handled myself, and I think it was pretty good. Coaching, I kind of helped them, and they kind of guided themselves too. They're really well-formed team, so they worked very well, even without coaching.
All right, I gotta ask this though. We gotta have the backstory onto this, because we commented on it about halfway through the game, and then 1 minute after we in the studio commented on it here, Zach and Audrey on the desk also commented on it. The gamer tag of some dude. How was that name chosen? Because we had the running joke that if that wasn't his gamer tag, it feels like we're just kind of writing off that play. Some dude now moving up, going to try to retake this play. How did that game? Do you have any inside information on how that gamer tag came about?
I do not have any insight on how his gamer tag came about. It was just I met him, so we played a fall season, and I met him then because I played for Valorant for fall season, but Apex was my main game. So I played for the Valorant fall season, and I met him then, and he didn't really tell me how he got his gamer tag. He just ran by the name Some Dude, so we just always called him Dude. So
yeah.
We were just.
Well, what's he like behind the gamer tag as a teammate?
He's actually a really good leader. He helps lead a lot. Him and Eagle lead very well together. They work very well, and they honestly formed the team very well around their own play styles.
Now, tell us a little bit about the team dynamic that you three share. Obviously, finishing, taking home, being on the pedestal, second place for Apex. Finishing really high overall in the championship. What do you think worked out for you three? From all of you three in the tournament.
So I was definitely a fragger. I was chasing the solos. I'm not gonna lie. I chased every single person I saw. It was bad, but it was also good. I know I had a good support on my side because Tyus over there, best support you can get out there. But it was pretty good. We just had a very well formed team comp. We ran very well together. We took fourth in state last year, so we knew how to play. We knew how to work together, and we just reformed our skills to work around this year.
Like you said, I was the support. We practiced not as much as we should have, but it was still luckily enough.
You got the trophy, okay? You practiced enough. You got the trophy. Just don't.
Definitely enough that it worked, and I think I definitely looked towards my team even while playing. I kind of waited for their signals to kind of heal them or whatever they needed. So I definitely took support as the support from them.
And even though Junior was the main IGL, I think everyone was able to make their own calls, hey, take that house. And then we just all kind of moved there. We all just played to our best abilities, and we just always try to stick together as a team. If Junior was pushing someone, we were about 10 feet behind, but we were still chasing him as well. And we were just able to play position really well.
Well, I also got to compliment, you had a great cheering squad also for Highland as well that really didn't falter throughout the whole game. Every time Highland was able to get their footing, you were there cheering them on as well. Tell us a little bit about the experience of just coming down to the arena in general, the whole program. For some students, I know this is their first time in a facility like this. What's it been like?
It's just been a lot of fun. Just even though we were losing, I'm just glued to my seat, seeing who's going to win the round. And if they won the round, I'm like, we just won the entire thing.
Yeah.
Pack it up, let's go home. Give us our trophy.
Quite nerve-wracking, but it's also a very fun experience. So.
I think the facilities here was like a great experience overall because this is my last year being able to like actually take part, but the facilities was amazing. I'm so glad like I actually made the trip to come up here and come with the like both of the teams, just because it's been a great experience. Like just seeing like what the effort actually is to get kids into esports and how much effort the state is actually making on making esports a like recognized thing.
And you mentioned, I mean, your final year studying. I mean, you know, we're at a university. What are your plans, you know, going forward? Are you wanting to continue on playing Apex or even Valorant? What are your plans going forward?
So there's no collegiate scene for Apex right now. So it's kind of a struggle right there because I can't really play collegiate level. So I've been looking into Overwatch. I've been looking into like casting a little bit. I've been looking into just a couple different things, just to see what would work best with my own like style of how I go and how I work. So I've been looking around.
All right. Yeah, well, I wish you the best of luck. You two, where do you sit in your journey? And already, are you making plans for being outside of high school?
Yeah, we get to do this for one more year. The struggle's been just trying to find a third. Pocatello just doesn't have a big esports scene, and so we just really accept anyone who wants to join, and kind of just my plans is to try to be a little bit of a caster myself.
All right.
Personally, I really hope that we get Collegiate Apex because I think that would be fun to go into when I graduate. But if not, I think I'm also probably thinking about going to casting.
Oh, okay, we got 3 casters here. You know, production, I don't know if you could bring up just a replay or something like that, but I mean, if you're so eager, you know, we could just throw you in the fire right now, bring up a replay, and have you cast on top of that if you're so confident.
We're going to steal your job.
Hey, you know what? We'll see. You know what? I'm always up for a little bit of competition. I never shy away from that. But hey, I like the get up and go attitude, and the congratulations for all of you here on Apex. Now, even though the Valorant team lost that round, the structure of the tournament means they're going to keep moving on. So if you're to give a little pep talk to your teammates, to, you know, tell to help finish the tournament strong, you know, come back in these next few rounds, what are you gonna give to them?
I personally would tell them to stay focused up. Yeah, you got that loss on your shoulders, but keep your head high. There's always that next game, that next round. Like you can win no matter what. Like you shouldn't get down off of one loss. There's people that take hundreds of losses and then they get that one big win in their life. Like you just got to put that effort in and just keep your heads high.
Yeah, I like that. That's just take that to the bank, really. So I also just got a really give another compliment to the design of your jerseys. We always like to, you know, point out what team is being the best bling, you know, to your. You've got a really nice logo and just jerseys as well on top of that. Was that just a great moment to have? You know, what was the moment like first putting on that jersey and like you're competing for your actual school that you're going to?
It was great. Just like putting it on, I'm like, I gained some skill. I had a little bit more confident in it. And just whenever we'd play, it would just be there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm part of this team.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. Congratulations on your finish in Apex. And we are going to be taking a little bit of a break and then getting right back to the Valorant action in round 2. Don't go away because we're going to start knowing who's going to be going into the grand finals very shortly.